51 Student life, autumn sun, the alpha male, and the strange flutter in the stomach. Freeman had always been good at school. Everyone pointed it out. It got noticed, but Freeman himself wasn't particularly fond of the label. Every now and then, he would rebel by skipping school, just to observe the reactions of classmates and teachers. This started already in junior high and continued through high school. He thought he was clever to keep his parents in the dark. He got up every morning at the usual time, which in his family meant 6:30 a.m. His mother was already busy making breakfast, but not so indulgent that she made his packed lunch as well, that he had to do himself. His father was always up late, understandable, since he worked nights as a security guard for a well-known company, to supplement his income as a high school teacher. His sleep schedule clashed with school hours, but he had arranged for late starts and made up the hours in the afternoons. Freeman's mother worked part-time at the local family center, helping families and individuals in difficult situations. She was a fundamentally good person, deeply engaged with society's most vulnerable. Her husband, the teacher, was also socially conscious. Both leaned politically to the left and had voted for the Socialist Left Party for the past decades. It was inevitable that Freeman would be influenced by their dinner table conversations and the attitudes they expressed on all sorts of political issues. At the same time, they encouraged their son to think critically, to be skeptical, but not dismissive, toward odd claims about this and that. Freeman enjoyed flirting with topics considered politically incorrect. He was interested in metaphysics, cosmology, that was harmless, but also religious history. That was pushing the line. It created some friction at home, as his parents were staunch atheists, or, more precisely, secular humanists. His father in particular was flat-out skeptical when it came to any kind of faith or superstition. Clear-headed, common-sense naturalism was his thing. And he had great appreciation for rational, scientific explanations. But precisely because Freeman's parents were so proper, so irreproachable both in thought and behavior, it triggered in him a desire to do the opposite. He applied to study theology at the University of Southeastern Norway. Why Southeastern Norway? To create some geographical distance from mom and dad back home in Oslo. Besides, he found the Vestfold region exciting, with its long, beautiful coastline and gently hilly inland countryside. He had already started his studies when he met Met. She was impossible not to notice, with her infectious, bell-like laugh and a smile like a radiant June summer. She naturally became popular among all the horny college guys on campus, and Freeman was no exception. That's when the usual competition began over this stunningly beautiful female student. Freeman wasn't prepared for this part of evolution's brutal reality. Women, generally speaking, are attracted to the alpha male, usually unconsciously, because biology drives this. Freeman sensed that invisible forces were at play on campus. A cockfight was brewing, with Met as the ultimate prize. He bowed out of the competition to observe it all from the sidelines. But the self-declared roosters in this alpha contest did not have an easy task. It ended with open fights on campus. One guy got his jaw dislocated and showed up the next day with his whole head bandaged. Not exactly a chick magnet. The one who did the hitting turned out to be a notorious thug. And Met decisively gave him the cold shoulder. More duels followed, this time with a group of Sigma males who did not declare themselves alphas. They took a more intellectual approach, trying to impress Met with humor and clever lines. Met laughed and smiled, and it was clear the Sigma males had a certain charm. The problem with the Sigma male is initiative. The chosen woman is left longing. Nothing happens. She waits by the phone, hoping for a call from the funny guy, but he never calls. Met wonders, What's the point of all this? She's not even fully aware of the theater she's the star of. Suddenly she realizes she's alone on stage, with the whole audience waiting in suspense. What does she say now? What does she do? Met discovers the truth, the brutal biological reality. It's all about reproduction. Everything is rigged so that nature can take its course. She was born to make an impression on the opposite sex. Is it really that simple? Is nature, at its core, just a fertilization machine? She feels uncertain and leaves the stage. She wanders into the backstage dressing room area and stumbles through a random door. There sits Freeman. She doesn't know him, but greets him with a brief, "Hi," and sits down on a stool.